And speaking of bullies, how about we go over to Lauren Boebert right now? Lauren Boebert this week sent a letter to Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg begging him for $33 million to construct a new bridge in her district. A new bridge that she says is going to help with evacuations. It's going to help with emergency vehicles. Because Colorado has a lot of wildfires. And Boebert says, look, you got this money from the infrastructure bill. We would love for you to, come and spend this $33 million on a new bridge. People need it. People could die without it. Honestly, all good points, right? But the irony here, of course, is that Lauren Boebert has spent the last year mocking Pete Buttigieg's sexuality. When he took paternity leave, she went on national media and said he's probably learning how to chest feed. You've mocked his husband. You've mocked everything about this man. You have blamed him for things that are not even his fault. And now you have the audacity to look up to him and say, hey, how about $33 million over here for a new bridge for my district so I don't, get creamed in my election. I kind of need to do something for these people because I've done nothing. So would you help me out? Now, I will say, she should not be punished just because she is a horrible person. Rephrase that. Her constituents should not be punished just because they sent a horrible person to Congress. They have the opportunity to right that wrong. Actually, I think it's coming up next week, right? They got that primary. Don Coram, the Republican running against her. You've got Democrats that have switched from being Democrats to registered either independents or Republicans so they can go vote against Lauren Boebert in that primary. Like, there is this massive concerted effort to get this individual out of office. And it's because she's a horrible person. And for the Republicans in her district, it's because she's completely ineffective. That's why she's sending this last-minute pitch to Buttigieg. That's why she's pretending that she hasn't spent the last year basically calling him a horrible person because he's not a straight white man. She needs that $33 million bridge to be able to show her constituents, yes, I may do crazy things sometimes, but hey, look, I delivered for you. And unfortunately, they do need the bridge. And I personally do not believe in abusing political power, just to make an individual pay, just to punish a political rival. That's not okay. Just ask Chris Christie and Bridgegate. Something everybody forgot about. A scandal that honestly today probably wouldn't even be a scandal, considering the scandals we see these days. But again, it's the same thing with Marjorie Taylor Greene. You can't spend your whole life just being a horrible person to everybody you come in contact with and then expect them to be nice to you. This is basic, growing up type stuff. Your mothers, your fathers, anybody, any kind of, adult figure in your life should have taught you this when you were young children. You get back what you put in. I know my mother told me that a million times. She'll still tell me that to this day. And that's not saying that you have to sit there and suffer the slings and arrows of everyone coming after you. You can stand up for yourself, absolutely. But there's a difference between standing up for yourself and being an outright bully, which is what people like Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene have become.